Alright, welcome back. Mom was doing some crazy grinding in the meantime.
Yeah, and I think we've had enough, so we can just keep going.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've been sitting around for a little bit and talking, and you know,
we wanted to. This kind of actually flows back in with last week's recording, kind of, sort of. I think at one point we were talking about anime and like anime that I didn't like, but an anime that I did like. I think we
were at some point.
So this kind of ties back in, I guess, from a couple episodes ago. Or maybe even last episode, because I don't fucking keep track anymore. Because it's hard to remember what I was talking about for a week. Aqua, no, you're on an alien spaceship! You know what they do to people like you on alien spaceships? Run!
Chris, be careful, we need... Okay, now you can say anything you want. It's been past a minute.
Alright, well, I didn't say she was getting fucked yet, so we're good. Now we're good. You know, actually, now I think about it, the fucking, are they the, what are these guys? Are they the Heartless?
They're the Unversed.
The Unversed? The Unversed kind of look like aliens in this, anyways.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Kind of
so
works.
These guys are, like, Heartless, but not Heartless. So they're the pre-Heartless, basically.
Gotcha. The pre-Heartless. Are there stages of Heartless now?
Oh my fucking god, don't even start me on this shit.
Are these, like, hollows from Bleach? So there's stages of hollows?
So, we haven't got to... I never played the DS version, the DS game, but it was kind of meh. But I think the enemies in that are called, like, the Unversed, I think, as well. Yeah. Or they're called something else. But just one thing, Chris.
The Warudo! Jesus Christ. Never was I expecting a JoJo reference in my game.
What was I saying?
Yeah.
Oh god, I'm blanking.
They were the Heartless were something else in the other game. Yeah.
So the Heartless are the people's hearts.
Yeah.
The Nobodies are the people's bodies.
Bodies, yeah.
And the Unversed, I think, are just like feelings or some bullshit like that.
That's normally how I break down into parts too. Body, heart, and feelings.
I was just like, when I was seeing that, I was just like, what?
Oh no, immense sadness.
This looks like the Wayfinders. But how did it get here?
So she's the last person to come to this world, by the way.
Oh. Always behind the... Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. As they say.
Come out, you little trog.
Wait!
You there.
Or not.
As Experiment 626 passed through this area.
I don't understand.
How would I know?
Experiment what?
Okay, yeah.
Also,
she's like that.
Dr. Jumbo Jukiba's genetic
do you like how the other two, he was just like, "You guys are criminals!"
Oh, yeah.
And he's just like, "You seem like a trustworthy individual."
Well, that's because she's a woman, Derek.
Exactly.
How dare you assume things about women?
Yes. He's in the ventilation system.
Blast. He got away again.
I guess she is trustworthy. She immediately just sold out Stitch without knowing anything about the situation. Clearly the good guy.
Why don't I know you? What section are you from?
Now we ask the questions.
I'm...
Trying to stow away, are we?
Not really. If she was trying to, she wouldn't be so out in the public.
Also, she wouldn't just accompany you.
What is the meaning of this? Captain Gantu, did I not order you to apprehend the fugitives immediately?
Yes, and I will have them in custody soon. They'd be locked up already if those wretched monsters would just... I mean, if I hadn't uncovered this potential stowaway.
I wasn't trying to sneak on board. My name is Aqua. And those
My mouth wasn't
monsters,
moving.
I followed them here. Please,
That's
I
a lot
can
of
handle
animation
this
budget,
threat.
Derek. You can't
Just give
always
me a
move the
chance.
mouse. Come on.
Let me show you. The weapon I carry is the only one that can stop them.
Our weapons are of no use against them? Is this true?
Well, we haven't explored all our options.
Nor do we have time to. We are fortunate you are here, Aqua. Your assistance would be most
Agua.
welcome.
Water!
Grand Councilwoman. Honestly,
Chris, I just have one question for you. Is water wet?
Find I can.
In more ways than one.
Jumbo.
Heyo.
Boop,
boop, boop, boop.
Attempts to apprehend.
Oh, Jesus.
Or
Is it bad that I've been, like, trying to fit that in somewhere?
I don't think it's bad.
I've had that joke the entire time we've been recording.
Defeating them is my job. It's what I do best.
like I've been like, that's gonna be a great joke, but I don't know where to say it.
It's like, I found it. It's just, any day now, this is gonna come into use. I feel it. My time will come. Shine.
And experiment 626.
But you can't just...
That's my job!
You had your chance, Captain Gunton.
You're fired.
Now you
Get out of
stand
here.
down and await orders.
Yes, Mom.
We will monitor the location of the monsters.
There's a lot of moms in this game, I just realized.
Yep.
Thank you for your help.
We got Wendy, we got Water, we got this lady, we got...
We got Snow White.
Snow White. We got...
I'd note that shape anywhere.
I don't know. This evil stepmom.
Oh yeah, evil stepmom. Forgot about that.
We got their master.
We got Nani.
Nani!
She doesn't actually appear in this though. It's unfortunate. Family means family, Derek. Family means no one gets left with the family.
You say so.
That is a throwback joke. From the last time we were in this world.
Family means family.
You're like, what's the, I believe it was, you're like, what's the word for family? It's like, whatever, but it's the family means family. Family means nobody gets left behind. And I'm like, ah yes, the American adaptation that removed all the Hawaiian words with American ones.
Be careful, I might piss myself. Oh, fuck.
Oh, man, fucking,
Family means family, and family means family.
Oh, God, there was, oh, what was it? It was, oh, no, I totally lost it. I hate it when I do that. There's definitely something about... Derek, I'm drowning. Quick, do a musical number. Nickelodeon? Is that where that went?
So? I think so. Oh, fuck.
Well, if I tried, that's the end of my career. I got nothing to do this.
Oh, fuck.
You know, oh, it was, fuck it, I'm gonna pretend this is what I was talking about. Disney!
Yep.
There's been more supposed possible leaks for what the new Star Wars movie's gonna have in it.
Evil Ray, I mean...
And I guess right now... I mean, keep in mind, these are not spoilers, because as of recording this, the movie is not out, and we have no idea what the actual plot is. These are just rumors. But one of the rumors is that Emperor Palpatine survived by uploading his consciousness...
He does in a book. That's the thing.
Into space?
He does in a book.
Onto an ice planet?
He does in a book.
Does he? I'm not even sure that's true.
No, he does.
And I'm just like, this is gonna be a stupid movie. Right when I heard that, I was like, this movie's
They've been
dumb.
bringing a lot more of the expanded universe crap into the thing.
That's not true, because they killed off Luke. If they actually were using expanded
some of
universe.
the expanded universe, I should say.
See, here's what they should have done. They should have actually went expanded universe, because by the end of expanded universe, Luke becomes an unkillable god being that can destroy planets with his mind. That would have been way cooler than where they went. Until I got bored of it and it became a Superman thing. And then I would have been like, yeah, he kind of sucks now. It's super boring. But, you know, the first episode it would have been neat. Until they tried giving him a villain to, like, fight, and then I would have been like, this is dumb. Like, this is dumb. I mean, there are some god-level being Jedis that even God Luke had problems with in the expanded universe, but, like... Then you have to go into, like, metaphysical consciousness beings that can, like, control people's minds throughout the entire galaxy. Not just, like, within a reasonable area. I mean, like, she can control everyone in the galaxy's mind and create illusions, like, from anywhere.
Illusions.
And, I think Luke beats her because Luke is equally
Because
god
Deus Ex
bullshit.
Machina
Yeah,
bullshit.
because Luke also has equal levels of god bullshit powers.
Well, like you do.
You wanna know what I kind of want them to really do with Star Wars, though? I kind of want them to just go all the way back to the Knights of the Old Rebellion era and just make movies there, because they can't possibly fuck that up.
Don't jinx it, Chris.
Because there's no, like, it's barely connected to the actual Star Wars lore, so whatever stupid shit they make up for with it can't possibly affect the future lore, because it's so disconnected by decades of time. Until they establish that, you know, Emperor Palpatine has existed forever, and he existed back in the Knights of the Old Republic era as well.
No, they have
by
their own
uploading
villain
his
there, Chris.
consciousness, like Orochimaru style, into
Chris.
other Jedis.
You know what the worst part is? They have their own villain like that in the Old Republic era.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
His name is, it's the Sith Emperor, but he's not just the Sith Emperor, he made his own separate empire out of the way because, you know, he just had time to do that while he was making the Sith Empire.
I mean, that just establishes that he's that much of a badass leader.
It's fucking, like, out there.
Just establishing that he's so powerful he was able to determine 2 empires.
No, not just 2, Chris.
For
3.
For shits and giggles.
3. And it's just like...
What's your favorite empire of his?
Oh, it's gotta be the Sith Empire, because, like, the Fallen Empire, or whatever the fuck it's called, is weird. Because they just have a bunch of automated ships that one of the companions is just like, I look like a weird sex bot.
I just remember... Alright, yeah, no, that's a pretty good selling point. But I just remember we were talking about Knights of the Old Republic, and I like Star Wars.
I do too.
But I'm not a super in-depth lore guy of Star Wars, because you people freak me out. You people are weird. Like, I just want to be like, oh yeah, I like Star Wars, and then you people are like, do you remember issue 937, page 6 of subset 4, panel 3? And I'm just like...
When Luke becomes a god!
It's like, when Luke... He secretly reveals that he knew the whole time that the dark side was secretly its own entity being, and I'm just like, I need to go.
Thanks.
You people freak me the fuck out. So there's stuff that even I'm like, I don't know this stuff, but like years ago I remember Knights of the Old Republic, and you're like, yeah, the Sith race, and I'm like, the fuck is the Sith race? And you're like, it's this thing that Darth Maul was. I'm like, oh, nope. That's the Sith race? Nope. I thought that was just some fucking alien race.
That's not actually the Sith race.
Is it not?
Nope.
What the fuck is the Sith race,
So
then?
they're just red?
They're just red.
So you have the, oh god, what are they called? The Viblis? Which, they're the horned guys, the little Darth Maul people.
Okay.
And then you have the Sith purebloods that are just, like, red humanoid-looking mofos that, they look kind of doofy.
See, that's why I don't keep track of expanded universe stuff. That just sounds fucking lame.
I'll show you a picture during break, but they're weird.
I always thought it was the Darth Maul looking guys, because
Nope.
they were like, you know, evil red horns, black and red skin. I'm very disappointed with our Star Wars.
But here's the
lore
thing:
there.
there's 2 versions of the Darth Maul race. One's light-skinned and one's dark-skinned, because one's bad and one's good.
That's racist, Eric.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Okay. Well, now that that's been established.
Can I even do this yet?
I was gonna say, do you not have Dash? Because it looks like you do not have Dash.
No, I think I get it at the end of this world, or at the end of Peter Pan World.
Well, Derek, it looks like you're boned.
I'm just gonna come back later.
It also looks like I'm yawning.
Same. But yeah, that's a thing, and it's weird.
I get that. And by that I mean I don't get it at all.
And but you get that it's weird.
But I get that it's weird, yeah.
Because Star Wars lore is Star Wars lore.
Star Wars lore is too expansive for my blood. Which is boiling. And it's...
Suit up!
Suit up and roll out!
Autobots, roll out!
You know, I know I've kind of made this joke, but it was mainly about an enemy and not about the characters. Have I brought up the fact that they're very Power Ranger-esque with their fucking transforming Power Ranger suits? Dude, the front of the ship is a goddamn bow?
I knew you'd appreciate that.
That's kind of sick as shit, actually. This is actually kind of sick. I'm not gonna lie.
Hers is my favorite one to do this in, because, like, this makes it so fucking easy to do this, because it's so much less annoying. Because, like, it's already really annoying.
I was gonna say, you know, I know this is one of the later games in the franchise, but I'm disappointed with the level of belts and chains on the protagonists in this game.
Oh, don't worry, we'll get there, Chris. We'll get there. We'll have it back soon enough.
I took a crash course on how to design characters from Kingdom Hearts, and they told me that the only way to make your character cooler is to add more belts and chains to them. As many as humanly possible. And make sure every single belt and or chain is doing nothing practical for the outfit. It's just there for style purposes. Gotcha. But that was not even close, Aqua. You just totally fired in a completely different direction there. Alright, Water. Like, I see what you're doing here.
Agua. Oh, there's my air slide. I was just like, I get this somewhere in this world. Literally 2 seconds after we said we didn't need it. Am I done with this world already? I forget.
Sure. Sure.
No, it's a boss fight.
This is mine now? I found it?
Because
mine?
Stitch got shot off into space, remember?
626 was carrying around.
This is good, we don't have to animate mouths.
Guys, I figured out a way to cut down on animation. How's that? Give everyone helmets. Promotion.
Would you see that they're secure?
Yes.
Is Experiment 626 really that dangerous of a creature?
And now she's contemplating everything.
It is right now because we haven't gone through the movie. Gotta buy the movie to see what I come to the conclusion of. But you can't buy it right now because it's stuck in the Disney Vault. Better pay for Disney Plus.
My friend has the DC Universe.
Okay.
Streaming service.
Yeah, okay, so I'm just stating it right now. Disney Plus, there is no fucking way it's gonna beat HBO Go. I mean, HBO, they call it HBO Go or
HBO thing. I know what you mean.
I think they called it HBO Plus, so I'll just go with that. There's no way it's beating HBO Plus at this point. HBO Plus is signed exclusive just from the companies that they own, right? They're gonna get everything DC related. And I mean everything. Comics, movies, TV shows, animated movies, all of it.
HBO
is gonna be on HBO. Because HBO is owned by Turner Broadcast. And Turner Broadcast owns HBO, Cartoon Network, Adult Swim, Warner Brothers, fucking DC, and like a shit ton of other shit that I can't even think of right now off the top of my head. It is insane how much they own. Not only that, they own Crunchyroll, so all of the animes that Crunchyroll has signed for exclusive streaming is gonna be on HBO Go, or HBO Plus, and fucking all their original content's gonna be on there as well. They just signed exclusive rights to stream everything in Studio Ghibli's lineup. So every Studio Ghibli movie is gonna be exclusively on HBO Go. Disney doesn't stand a fucking chance.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. Come on, Chris, we need to watch those Disney movies.
The weirdest thing about it is I thought for sure Studio Ghibli was gonna be on Disney because Disney normally publishes their movies in the US. But nope. HBO got that deal. So, like, Disney essentially just has everything Disney has, which is a lot, I will grant them, and then, like, all the media Fox has, which, again, is a lot, I'll give them that.
nothing I care about, though.
Yeah, but nothing all that, like, super good. I mean, the two biggest things that Fox has that's good on a regular basis is, like, The Simpsons and Family Guy. And most people argue that they're bad, so now...
It's been kind of getting meh.
See, Family Guy, I think, has been getting worse, but at least kind of still has its moments. The Simpsons, I actually just still think are good. As much as everyone else disagrees with me. I think old Simpsons were better, but I think current Simpsons is still pretty good, joke-wise. I was watching that because Halloween passed recently. And,
the House of Horrors, or whatever they call it. Treehouse of Horrors.
Yeah, I was watching, like, a fucking whole thing of their Treehouse of Horrors. I was watching some, like, newer ones that I hadn't seen. And I think they're still pretty goddamn funny, although I will admit that they've totally run out of horror movies to parody, and a lot of them now are just parodying whatever fucking movie was popular that year. Like, they have a whole parody in Treehouse of Horrors for Avatar. And I think it's...
Like the Airbender?
No, the
Blue People one.
Blue People one. And I thought it was really funny, but the whole time watching it, I couldn't help but think, this has nothing to do with Treehouse of Horrors. But they had all the jokes that I like, where it was just like, and then we have weird, awkward sex by touching our tentacles together. We fucked all the plant life. That's his brother Tree and Sister Rock.
Oh my god, it's too true.
It's like all the jokes I like about that movie. And then, but oh yeah, they had one joke that killed me. It was just like an opening skit, and they were like, "We've done it! The Mayans have done it! We have finally figured out the calendars, and we have determined that the world is going to end in 2012! And it will be all Obama's fault!" And it fucking killed me.
Oh my god, I love it.
I
love it.
Killed me. I was watching it, my sister, we were watching it, and fucking, like, I just started dying laughing, and I'm just like, that shouldn't have been as funny as it was to me, but god damn it, that was funny.
I actually love that.
So yeah,
it was all Obama's
it was
fault.
all Obama's fault. So yeah, I think, fucking... I still think The Simpsons is pretty good.
Oh god, it's a good show. I like.
But that's just me, and no one will probably ever agree with me on this.
How dare you have an opinion on the internet, Chris?
How dare your opinion be different than my opinion?
You're on the internet, Chris. You can't have a differing opinion.
It is how the internet works at its finest. You can't argue with facts. You just can't. Moondash. Did it. Anyways.
I saved the world.
I landed on a platform, Derek. Alright, let's not fucking get over exaggerated here.
Yep.
Oh, man. But yeah, it's not so bad. But yeah, again, that's like all Disney really has from Fox. I mean, yeah, they have the old popular movies like the original Aliens and Alien vs. Predator and fucking what's the
That crap.
Yeah, what's the other like Fox movies? I don't even remember because God knows what Fox makes anymore. Oh, they do have Alita Battle Angel, but it's been very well established that Disney hates Alita Battle Angel, as they keep consistently trying to fuck up everything about it to undersell it, which is super annoying.
Okay, I'm done with this run. But yeah, that's the thing.
So yeah, I don't think Disney stands a chance on their streaming service because they have like nothing. I mean, Disney has good shit, but like, how many times can you really watch Peter Pan before you're like, I get it, it's a kid with a knife and there's pirates and I don't give a shit anymore. Woo! And I mean, they do have Star Wars, but like,
nah.
Most people probably don't give a shit about Star Wars. Also, I wonder what Clone Wars is gonna go to, because it was broadcast on Cartoon Network.
And it was on Amazon for a while.
Yeah.
On Amazon, Netflix.
Yeah, and then Disney now owns the rights to Star Wars, so I'm assuming it's going to Star Wars.
Probably.
I mean, Disney.
Disney streaming service, yeah.
That was a pretty good movie, so...
Yeah, they're going to have
TV
the Star
show.
Wars stuff on there, from what I remember seeing.
Yeah, well, I'm wondering how much, because I'm wondering how much Star Wars stuff was produced not by Lucas and or Disney, but was produced by another company conjoint with them, because then I wonder who it goes to. Anyways, we gotta call it, so we'll get back into this later. We'll see you then. Peace.